Hey guys, it's Holly, and I'm sure by now that you guys have heard of, or at least seen, the weakest and saddest and probably least value for money Lego Star Wars set to ever be made. Which of course is the Lego Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Darth Vader. This set is just really disappointing to me. It's very flat, like there's not a lot of height to it, which I think is probably one of my major problems about it. I mean, I did a full review basically breaking it down, and even in person, it just felt very weak. I mean, it was all right to like display things on, but just overall, it didn't feel like you got an awful lot for your money. Like the minifigures are really the highlight of the set. The pieces aren't interesting. There's not even any stickers. Like it's literally just a really bad parts pack. Now, I ended up making my own version of the set, completely using pieces from my own collection, and I don't have an extensive parts collection, so the fact that I was able to do this is honestly kind of impressive. But in that video, I said if it hit a certain amount of views, I would go and buy the set in store and try and rebuild it into something better. So I bought it, I did a review on it, and now it's time to rebuild it. And honestly, I did the impossible. Oh no, I didn't make it better, I made it worse. This set is so bad for pieces. Everything is a plate or like a flat wedge. Like there's really not a lot of bricks to experiment with. Now, it was really fun to actually take on this challenge and try and build something out of this set because of the fact the pieces were so bad. I mean, I love trying to rebuild things or like mod things or expand on things because I feel like it's slowly improving my building, and hopefully we'll get to a point where I feel confident enough to take on like a proper, like interesting looking MOC. But yeah, this build was really just a nightmare to do. Now with this set, I realized like there's really not a lot that I can do or rebuild. I mean, maybe I could build a really bad Millennium Falcon with all of these parts, but I didn't really want to do that. So I tried to just make an improvement on the set, like keep sort of like the same like little diorama idea, little like display set, but just improve it a little bit more by trying to add a bit of height to it, or maybe making it smaller so that there's less pieces that are, I guess, just used, because all of them are just so sad. Because at the end of the day, I think the biggest hindrance to this set is the price point. If it was a cheaper price point, I think it would be a lot more feasible for people. But for the price point that it is at $50 US and just really not offering a lot in terms of build or build experience, it really let that down. But not as much as I will let down you by showing you the final version of what I built. So as you can see, mine is pretty similar in terms of design. It's a gray frisbee, a gray platform with the same antenna. I mean, I really tried to, I guess, just like make the lava a little bit more. Like I know it was like fire in the show, but I really didn't get that vibe from the set. So I just turned it into a giant lava fountain with this weird rock built structure. I mean, there's a little bit of a cave to the back. We still got the spinning platforms, but in general, it's horrible. It's terrible. I cannot sit here and pretend like this is better than the set. The set is far better than this. That being said, this wouldn't cost you $50 US, so there's that. But yeah, in general, this set is just so sad when it comes to pieces that, like, if you're buying this just for the minifigures, like, it's not even worth trying to rebuild into something else. Part it out, make your own MOC, add it to a bunch of other pieces in order to build something else, or even just sell them as part of a bulk lot or drop them off at like a resale store or something, because these pieces are so useless. And after completing this exercise, look, I do admittedly have a little bit more respect, I think, for the original build, because trying to make something out of those pieces is insane. Admittedly, like, you can really make whatever you want as a Lego designer. Anyway, the fact that they were able to get the, that set out of those pieces is slightly impressive, especially considering my attempt. Anyway, in summary, look, I tried. There's really not a lot you can do. Like, every plate is like relatively small for the most part. Again, there's not a lot of like actual bricks, so you can't really build up height very easily, and it's just, it's difficult. It's really difficult. That being said, it is a smaller build, so it doesn't take up as much like surface area or space, so I guess that is an advantage. It would be at a lower price point, but at that lower price point, I don't necessarily think you would still get the same 4 minifigures. If anyone at a Lego convention is giving out awards for worst MOC, I'd like to submit mine for the judgment process, because it's just atrocious. But look, at the end of the day, we all know that I'm not a great Lego builder. I'm not a great Lego MOC builder. My skill set is like very, very minimal. I try though, and I think that is the summary of this video. The other summary is don't spend your money on that set. I mean, if you can get it for like 30, 40, 50% off, like definitely consider it. Like it's a great deal in terms of the minifigures. Like they're really cool. They're the highlight of the set for me. Full price though, I just don't think that this set's build has enough to offer for me to ever recommend purchasing that set, even if you tried to rebuild it or make a MOC out of it or do something. Like the pieces are just really basic and really poor. Like you really don't, I feel like, have a lot of options. Maybe a more experienced MOC builder would have a bit of luck, but yeah, I definitely didn't. It's very hard to rebuild this set. You definitely need like other pieces from other sets and just combine it with a ton of other things in order to make something good. But either way, this was a fun video to make, and if you enjoyed it, please give me a big thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel down below. And until next time, guys, I'll see you later.